Due to popular demand, D2L has changed the discussion tool to function similarly to how it did before the fall 2014 upgrade. So the discussions list page that I'm on right now functions pretty much the same, but when you click to enter a topic, this is where it's different. So it can be kind of disconcerting when you enter because sometimes, depending on how you're set up, you may only see the prompt for the question at the top here and no posts. So if this happens, look for a scroll bar on the side, which you can drag down. So here is what it looks like now. The thing that people tend to like about this view is that you get a very condensed look at the whole discussion. So here, this is just the title of Fred's initial post to this question. Here's Ellen's, here is Fred's reply to Ellen. So in this view, replies are just indented below their original message. So to read a message, click on it here. And then the default is that it opens in this preview pane at the bottom. So again, you may need to scroll here. The nice thing is that you can adjust this bar to take up more space if you'd like. So it's pretty customizable. However, if you don't like the way this is set up, you do have quite a few options under settings, which is in the top right corner here. And it is also back on the discussions list page. So one thing that you might want to get rid of is the preview pane, which is that bottom part where you read the message. So I'll uncheck that and show you what it looks like. So here I don't have a scroll bar. Instead, when I click to open a message and read it, it pops out. So here it is. So the kind of difficult thing with this is that I'll open that one, and then I'll open this one. It just keeps adding new windows here. So if you keep opening them without getting rid of any others, it could just create a whole bunch of new windows. So I like that preview pane, so I'm going to turn it back on. You can also get rid of the search bar if you don't like that. That takes up some extra space, so I'm going to get rid of that. So one other thing you can do in settings is if you did like the change in fall 2014, which some people did, you can change it back to that. It's called reading view. So I'll save, we'll go back in. So here's what that looks like. It's just a more expanded view of things. So this is Ellen's post. If you want to read the replies to this, you need to click on the title, and then it opens up this whole thread. And I'm just going to put it back to show you that again. So grid view is now the current default. Another new thing in this version of D2L is the print view. So I'm not advocating for you to print out all of your discussion messages. That would take a lot of paper, but the cool thing is that if you click here and then hit print, it is also an easy way to scan through everything. So right here is Bob's whole message. So Bob's, again, is this bottom one, and it says unread to let me know that. And then the next one is Daniel's messages, which might seem kind of weird, but it does make sense. So here's Daniel's. And then he had replies from Ellen and Fred, which are the next two replies below. So it's pretty nice. This looks kind of confusing because I was using stock text here. But if this was actual information, you would be able to follow it much better because you would see the initial post and then reply, reply. And one last thing that I want to mention is that now when you go in to start a new thread, this also pops out as a new little window. It used to be right within the D2L pane, so I just wanted to mention that this is now how that functions. It pops out as a new window. So hopefully this has shown you the different options and you can find something that works for you. If you have any questions about the D2L discussion tool, please contact the LTS Help Desk.